Hey everybody, today we're going to be making the Rolling Snare. This is a trap that can be used to catch animals of any kind of size. It's not that hard to make, and it'll help you in a survival situation. First, what you need to do is you need to get the pieces for the Rolling Snare. The pieces you need are 2 hook sticks. So right here, I picked one out right here. Okay, that's a really good hook that you want to use. And I have another one over here that I just found while out in the woods, right here. Now, you want to cut higher up in the tree because you don't want to kill it and damage the environment around you. So, take a small portion out for the bottom piece. As you can see, I made cut marks right there, there, and there. That's what you want to do for the first piece. So you're just going to cut these pieces off right here. And over here is the same thing, except I'm going to use this as the bottom piece. So you want to cut higher up on here, here, and down here. And right here we have the 2 tops of the trees that I cut down because I had to take the middle sections out for the 2 hooks. Now, in a survival situation, you cannot be wasteful. You want to save these. Now, these 2 particular trees are actually black birch, and the inner bark is edible and you can make tea out of it. Now, if you're not using black birch and you don't even know what kind of tree you're using, save it anyway. You can dry it and use it as tinder, or you can use it to help build you a type of brush shelter. Okay, right here are the 2 sticks I cut. There were tiny branches on here, but I cut them off so that the 2 hooks don't get caught. Now, theoretically, the one part of the trap will be like this, and the other part will go down here, and they'll hook into each other. And then when the animal gets the bait, they'll slide off. This part will spring up and catch the animal in the noose. So now we're going to go ahead and construct the trap. Okay, right here I have the first part of the Rolling Snare in the ground already. Now the second part, you're going to go right in there, and there's a rope that I'm going to tie at the top that will go up to that tree up there, one of the young saplings, and that'll set the snare. So let's do that right now. Okay, right here is the trigger part to the stick. I just tied the top with simple knots. They probably don't even have names. And the bottom I also tied with a special knot. Now, onto that knot is the noose, which is one of the most important parts to the trap because that's what'll catch the animal. Now, you might want to put the noose part in the animal's trail to wherever its den is or wherever the animals travel through. Now this, I'm making a trap for a small animal like a squirrel or a rabbit. And then right here I just tied a slip knot so that it's a fully functional noose to catch the animal. And the string ties up to a young sapling that's being pulled over. So that'll create tension, and once the noose is tightened around the animal's leg and it runs, the trigger will pull out from underneath it, and the noose will be tightened and will be thrown into the air. Okay, so now is the part where we're going to set off the trap. Okay, so what you have here is the noose. It's tightened with bait, and it's along an animal's trail, and the trigger's held up there by tension. Now, along comes the animal, steps into the noose, gets its foot caught, tightens the noose, then the trigger gets pulled out, and it gets sprung up into the tree. And you see how tight that is? That's because of the slip knot. So now the animal can't escape, and now you have your meal.